Hi guys, welcome to Moralton Golf Club in Leeds. Today we've been testing out some brand new irons from Mizuno. Obviously very exciting every time Mizuno launch any new irons because you just know they're going to be absolutely fantastic. What we've come to expect from the brand are really stunning looks, nice feel and fantastic performance. So this is the JPX900 range. It's not one, it's not two, it's three new sets of irons. So lots to get into. Let's have a look here what we've got. So starting off, we've got the JPX900 Hot Metal, which is what I would say is the largest of these three irons. Probably going to appeal more to your mid to high handicappers. The interesting thing here is we've got new materials or different materials in each of the three irons. So in the JPX900 Hot Metal, we've got something, a material called chromoly, which is a brand new material for Mizuno to use. And what it gives Mizuno is it gives them the opportunity to have their thinnest ever face that they've had in an iron. And what it'll do is give you faster ball speeds off the face. It will really get the ball, bouncing off that face, popping off that face, what they've been able to do with this new material. It's also given them the opportunity to make this iron a lot more versatile. They can maneuver it to get your custom fitting absolutely right by getting your loft and lie angles absolutely spot on. Sometimes with irons in this type of category, they've been very firm, they've not been able to adjust it very much, but the use of this chromoly makes it very versatile and lets them do that. In the middle, we've got the JPX900 Forged. Now, this follows on from the JPX850 Forged, which Mizuno were happy to admit has been one of their most successful irons ever. It literally, golfers just couldn't get enough of it. I couldn't get enough of it. It was one of the best irons I've ever hit because it looked absolutely fantastic. It was quite forgiving. It was almost an in-between club between something that just looked stunningly beautiful but had some forgiveness and really good performance benefits. But now we've got the JPX900, which follows on from some of the success that we saw with the JPX850 Forged, where they've got the use of boron, which is a very interesting material. It allows them to add a lot of performance benefits, but still keeping that nice, sleek head shape. I mean, Chris Voschel, Mizuno club designer, said that if they could make one iron that every golfer from tour player to high handicapper could play, it would be this one. What does the boron do? Well, because it's so thin, it means that they can use less material and they can get really fast ball speeds off the face. They can keep that face thin. They can actually create a larger cavity behind the face just to get that fast ball speed, balls popping off that face. So that's the JPX900 Forged. Now the one that's most interesting to me is because you can understand with the JPX900 Forged that follows on from the 850 Forged. You can almost say with the JPX900 that just follows on from the JPX iron. But the interesting one for me is the JPX900 Tour. Now the JPX range to me, it never really screamed for the absolute elite or better player because you always had your MP irons for that. So it's very interesting to see a JPX900 Tour iron, which is absolutely classical looks at a dress. It's like a pure blade. It's really sleek, everything that a better player would look for in an iron. So there's your three of the family. And what's very interesting here, I actually think you can actually blend these together, as in combo sets. You might even want to go with the Tour in the pitching wedge 9 iron, move into the JPX900 Forged in your mid irons, and then for the longer irons, you might just want that little bit of extra forgiveness you get from the Hot Metal. And the reason you can do that is because you can see the finish is all quite similar on all three. They're not going to look out of place side by side in the bag. So some really interesting technologies, different material used in each iron. And like I say, the JPX Tour, we'd usually expect them to focus on a new MP for the better players, but they've come into the JPX range now, and I think this is mainly just because of that success of the JPX850 Forged. They're almost trying to tap into that success from the JPX range and kind of have an iron here to suit all players within this range. Okay, so how do the JPX900 irons perform out on the course? We're out here on the fairway at Moralton. So what I wanted to do is I've got three pitching wedges here. I'm 115 yards away, wind's a little bit into. So we want to see how the JPX900 Hot Metal performs against the JPX900 Forged, against the JPX900 Tour. So let's start off with the JPX900 Hot Metal, the biggest of the three heads. Set it down behind the ball. I think it looks really nice. It's got a very nice rounded shape. It looks very forgiving. It looks very user friendly. It's quite appealing. I think it's got loads of shelf appeal as well. You can see that nice blue stripe across there. So I think this is a marked improvement in the JPX range. You think back to the previous JPX850, not the Forged version. These look a lot nicer. They're going to appeal to a lot more people. I don't think they're going to put anyone off at all. So yeah, let's give these a try. I could definitely see myself using these. That's a nice head shape. Let's see if we can get a decent shot. It's come up a little bit short there. Wasn't the best of strikes. It is into the wind, as I say. Let's hit another one. Really don't want to be hitting it too high in conditions like this, but the feeling off the face there felt nice. There's a nice sound as well. That's better. Going right at the flag, push left a little bit. Yeah, that felt really nice. I'd be happy with that. Nice uphill putt. Let's hit one more with these. We'll move on to the next one. Yeah, that felt really solid. Got a little bit more distance on that one. Yeah, that's pin high. Yeah, I'll be very happy with that. So yeah, really pleased with that. Really nice feel off those actually. You know, you almost feels like a proper forged iron. You wouldn't think that was the feeling off what you might class to be more of as a game improvement iron. So yeah, very good performance for the JPX900 Hot Metal. Let's have a crack with the JPX900 Forged. Same distance. Like I say, I used to game these, the 850 Forged, so I'm a huge fan. Yeah, looking at that head shape, it's a little bit sleeker, a little bit sort of like more straight lines going on here rather than that curve shape for the Hot Metal. But like I said before, I think this is an iron that anyone could use. It really is very appealing. So let's see if we can get this one somewhere near. Oh, that felt really nice. Well, it's come up a little bit short. I think it went really high, but that felt superb. I felt like I struck that really well, but it probably flew a little bit higher than the Hot Metal, but that was a really nice feeling on that one. Wind must have just picked up. Let's have another go with that, see if I can get another half decent strike. Yeah, wind's definitely picked up now. Oh yeah, felt good, tugged it a little bit, wind's got hold of it, and that's gonna miss left. I'm gonna have to hit one more with these. But you know, saying that, I've not got the ball where I wanted to, but just that feel, and you know, better players than me will definitely be able to appreciate that feeling off the club face. That feels really, really nice. Right, let's try and get one somewhere resembling the green. Oh yeah, felt really good again. Again, come up a little bit short, so what we may be seeing there is I've maybe hit them a little bit higher, but we may be seeing from the Hot Metal is that a little bit more ball speed. I've actually carried a little bit further. Although these felt fantastic, they maybe didn't carry quite as far as the JPX900 Hot Metal, so, but absolutely fantastic feel. I prefer the feel of these, but yeah, just looking at that performance, it'd have to be the Hot Metal for me. So let's give the Tour a try. Yeah, fantastic looking club. As set that down behind the ball, and we're getting smaller and smaller on head shapes now. I wouldn't normally go for something as skinny as this. It's definitely what you'd, you know, it's more of a classic blade again. You know, kind of straight lines, small head, but looks really nice, and it's got a very nice satin finish as well. Let's see what this feels like if I can hit it. No, that's not a good strike by me. I can't blame the club for that, and I've missed right. That felt a lot better. Wind's got hold of it though, and that's missed left. Thin that one. That should miss the back of the green. Yeah, just gone over the back because I've thinned it. Let's try and hit one out the middle. Yeah, I've hit that one fairly close to the middle, but it's gone straight up in the air and it's come down short. I'll hit one more with these. And I think what I'm finding here is kind of what I expected beforehand, that my inconsistency of ball striking means that I'm getting more consistency out of the JPX900 Hot Metal. I think if you're going to hit the middle of the club face every time, the JPX900 Tour are going to be good for you, or the JPX900 Forged. But like I say, I don't really feel like I've found the middle of the club face yet. There we go. See, now I've found the middle there. Again, just come up a little bit short and left. So again, the feel on that was very nice indeed. I'd say out of the three, the feel off the JPX Forged was the most pleasing. The results of the JPX Hot Metal were definitely the best, because I've hit a couple there pin high, give myself a putt for birdie. Yeah, I found the others, you know, maybe missing short. Obviously conditions aren't helping. It's right into the wind. You know, these the JPX900 and the Forged were probably flying a little, possibly flying a little bit higher. They've got more loft on them for a start, which is going to do that. So from that test alone, for me as a 17 handicapper, the JPX900 Hot Metal are screaming out to me as going to be the club for me. So you try them out for yourselves, see what you fit into. Better players are going to absolutely love the JPX900 Tour and the JPX900 Forged. If, like me, you don't always find the middle of the club face, I think you should maybe give the Hot Metal a try, because they get the job done.